made to work hard for the win, Shane?
Yeah, they did. We're probably our own worst enemy there on a few occasions, but they're a tough footy side. They've got, going for a tough patch at the moment, but they've got some good players in their team and they made us work for it.
Really?
It's a fair effort, especially this season.
Yeah, especially probably on the back of, who's been out over the last 6 weeks. Our whole back row, our most experienced players, Gal, Luke Lewis, Wade Graham and Dukes, that's a fair effort, and they're starting to come back at the moment, but it gives me real confidence in where we're at as a club, and our younger players getting the opportunity. Blokes like Gal and them, they know that these younger blokes are coming to get them, and they've got to play well play good as well. So that's a good place.
Is that right? You feel like these young blokes are coming at you?
Yeah, it's about time. I'm old enough. So yeah, look, it's they're the reason we bought these guys. I spoke to a lot of the young guys at the start of the season, and we got rid of some real experienced, good first graders in guys like Take It Easy and Chris Hynington and a couple of others, and to replace them with some of these, Jack Williams and Braden Uellis and guys like that, and Sorensen. Yeah, that's the reason we got them to play first grade when they're needed, and hopefully, in whenever the time comes, that they make a career out of it, and we got a lot of faith in them without a doubt, and they've proven it over the last month that they can do the job.
Has it given you any, what's the word I'm looking for, any comfort that when you call it a day, that the bloke, the club's in a good spot? And when have you any closer to making a decision on that front?
Nah, I haven't even spoken to Flano about it, so it's a decision we've made between me and Flano at some stage. But
comfort though.
I think the club's been in a great spot for the past 3 or 4 years. We worked through the tough times, and Flano, I think particularly Flano staying at the club, and we've gone on through this before, the tough times we went through, and Flano were a constant there, and we stuck it out, and here we are today. Premiership winners, and a team we like to think can make the top 4 most seasons, and these young blokes coming through are going to take over one day, and hopefully they can keep doing that.
Are you reasonably happy where it's at after 11 rounds, Gal?
Yeah, look, I've only been back for 1 week, to be honest. Obviously the first 6 weeks were pretty tough. We played a lot of the good sides in, the Dragons twice, Melbourne Roosters and things like that, and they're all close games we could have won, but I think we're in a patch now we've got some momentum that we can probably hopefully string a few together, and hopefully we can do that.
Results are what I want. They're going our way at the moment, but the competition's so hard at the moment. There's no easy games. That's what we want. Well, that's what the NRL want, and we just need to keep our head down. There's going to be periods that are tough, and there's going to be some periods that we have some form like we're in at the moment and winning games, but you just need to make sure that those patches that aren't so good don't last for too long. Yeah, they're enjoying their football at the moment. As I said, they're all during the week. Obviously, on the back of winning football games, it makes it a lot easier. But we had a discussion probably 5 or 6 weeks ago. Coincides with the form that we need to enjoy our football probably more offensively, and they've done it. They've had a real good attitude, and I've said it plenty of times that. Whilst we have some real experienced quality players out, we celebrated the players that were in, and you really enjoyed that period of time, and I think that's helped us.
Shane, Andrew Fifita's been getting a lot of raps in the last month or so for his performances, but Matty Pryor as well has done a lot, and he came up with effectively the winning try today.
Yeah, Matty, from Matty's standards that he had in 16, me and Gal spoke about it, we probably thought 17 was a tough year for him, but he's back to where he's playing some really good football, and Andrew needs that support, and Matty needs that support of Andrew Fifita as well. So it's a combination, those two front rowers for us. So it's working well.
Can I ask you about Ben Barber? There's been some talk around Ben Barber in this club, and there was an item in the paper today that you wouldn't mind having Ben Barber back here. Can you tell us, is that genuine? Is there an interest there? Or?
Well, I think it was the CEO, Barry Russell, wasn't it?
Was it? Might have been Barry Russell, right?
Me.
But as you said to the lunch, apparently, didn't you?
He's over the back there. Look, Benny's as you know, I'll just recite what I read at Barry's. Really, you know, he's a premiership winning player for this club, and if he wants to come back to Australia, he's got a young family. We'll look at it. We'll definitely look at it.
Could you fit him into the side with Dugan and Felt there?
Yeah, we've lost Ricky Latelli's off to Toronto Wolfpack next year, and Jesse's off to Newcastle. So, you know, it might be time that Dukes is quite happy to play in the centres. At the moment, he's playing fullback. You know, we'll weigh all those things up in due time, but just got to concentrate on the present at the moment.
He left here under sort of uncertain with what happened. He left here on good terms. That's right, isn't it? There's no issues.
No issues, mate. He made a bad decision, as I said, he's a premiership winning player here, and obviously it's our only premiership, and we treat those, well, I do, treat all those players that were here at that club in 2016, whether they played in that grand final or not, and a lot of players before it as well contributed to this club. So, we love Benny.
Playing State of Origin. Can I ask, where do you stand on it? Would you be happy for him to play games 1 and 3?
Oh yeah, I was asked about it on the field. I'm gonna talk to Andrew before no doubt I'll be asked about in the next week with 100% footy coming up. So I'm going to talk to Andrew before I make comment on it, because I like to be upfront with people, and I haven't had the chance to talk to him about it. We've been worried about today's game, so I'll talk to him about it today, but I'll make comment on it if I get asked later.
Is there a chance then that with State of Origin this season you might not be as decimated this year, you might not be without so many blokes this year? Is this Origin period a chance for you guys to, instead of having to just manage the Origin period, really have a run through Origin and try and win as many games and really get in that top 4?
Yeah, it's interesting. Every year you have different circumstances. We've had 4 or 5 players in there, and we've had to play 2 games during the Origin period. We've had some success during Origin period where we won a lot of games, and then other years we've struggled, and then when we come out of Origin, it's been hard again, because those players, it is physical and mentally draining. We'll just have to wait. If you can tell me what Freddie's going to pick, it'll be. I've got no idea. I spoke to him today and tried to get some information out of him and got nothing. So we'll just have to wait and see. Thank you.